Welcome to another episode of Sneaker Convo. I am your host with the most, Gary, aka In Gary We Trust, coming at you guys again with another episode. In this episode here, I have a very long-awaited episode, very heavily anticipated episode by the guest in front of me. A lot of people. The second I said who's coming on the show, and I do have one of Palm Beach's finest sneakerheads. Some would say infamous.
Infamous, as you can say.
So please introduce yourself, sir.
My name is Runna, as everyone knows me by the name. I've been collecting for quite some time now, and I just love the thrill of sneakers and the different cultures and like the fashion and just putting on that new pair and just having that bizarre look. You know, it's quite a big thrill for me. As you know, as time and years go by, it's just something that I enjoy doing, and I can speak for you or anyone else that I know that's into it. It's pretty cool, man. You know, even when you seeing on the little kids' feet, anyone else that you possibly may know, is just it's a thrill. It's nice.
Okay, shoot, man. And the reason why I love episodes like this is because I love having guests on the show where it's like they're like actually really sneakerheads. Like they're not ashamed to call themselves a sneakerhead.
Oh, for sure.
That's why I love episodes like this, because I know it's going to be a lot of like heavy sneaker talk, a lot of nerdy sneaker talk that only people like us would probably even talk about.
Yeah.
So I can't wait to get into it. And let's start right now, man. First,
Let's get it.
pretty much, I'm going to start it off with I got the black Fear of God hat with the green brim. I do have the cable liquid blue. This is not the vintage one, unfortunately, because a lot of them, the vintage ones, don't exist. But this is one of the very few reprints I just had to buy because liquid blue does it best. And the print on the shirt is done perfectly like the original. And I would have to say, I don't have to send some random shots, some strays. Warren Lotus tried to do it, but it didn't look quite as well as this one. The quality might be better on his, but the overall look of this shirt was way better.
That shirt dope, man.
I appreciate it.
I like that shirt.
Thank you, man. If I ever get a tattoo, this will be one of them, probably for sure. And I got to do, obviously I got the Mitchell & Ness Chicago Bull shorts. I know you guys been seeing me in the Eric Emanuels. I do mix it up with the Mitchell & Ness here and there. I got on some Nike socks, and then I got on the Fire Red 4s, the newer ones with the Nike here on the back.
Legendary.
Of course.
Legendary. I got on a Kiss Rock tee, some gray cargos, and then I got the Vomero Supersonics that just released.
I see that.
Ago.
Yeah.
They glow in the dark too. I mean, they pretty cool, but Vomero is very comfortable. I like them a lot. I wear them a lot, so.
Yeah.
And now, being that they're releasing more and more colors and stuff like that, I only go for the ones that are like appealing. But the shoe overall is very comfortable. I would compare it to, I would say it's Nike's New Balance.
Yeah, I was just going to say that's
So,
like a
like,
Nike's response to New Balance.
It feels like air. I don't even feel this shoe on my foot right now. So
that's dope. And that's literally one of the, I'm not like, as far as like when it comes to like, there's, trends happen in sneakers. Yeah. I try not to jump on every single trend, but as far as the Vomeros, I'm not 100% sure if it's a shoe for me as of yet, but that is a colorway that did catch my eye. I was like, all right, this was actually this was tastefully made.
And it's like one of the first, white and black colorways that came out in a while. I mean, they came out with the all black pair, but I couldn't really dig that pair much. But when they came out with these, I'm like, okay, white, black, gray, with a little glow in the dark here and there. That's pretty cool. So I went for them.
So we definitely got to get into like some sneaker news now, like in the show where I talk about like either some headlines or some sneakers that's coming out. And I believe we are shooting this episode a little bit in the future, but when this episode comes out, I do believe the Union Air Jordan 1s are coming out again.
Yes, correct.
They come out, I think it's August 24th.
August 24th.
With Union, how they release sneakers, it's always kind of weird. They will do it like on their website in a random location, sneakers. They drop it so many places, and it's weirdly, a lot of people still can't get it for retail because that's how like kind of requested they are. But you seen both sneakers that's coming out?
I mean, I've seen the AJ highs with the baseball stitching.
Mm-hmm.
Those pretty cool, and I gotta refresh myself with the second pair.
Yeah, let me actually show you these. Like, I should have did this before the show. My apologies, I'm professional, but
No, you fine.
but like apparently they're dropping like a woman like a woman version as well. That's
Oh
like
yeah, see therefore that shoe I didn't even really pay attention. Like the baseball pair is actually growing on me. Like
Yeah, over
it's
the
not
time,
something
yeah.
that I'm crazy about. I have to have like if I could get them for retail, that'd be pretty dope. But I actually like the baseball stitching and like it's unique. I like unique shoes, so I mean that's a pretty clean shoe though.
yeah, like I'm not gonna lie, I do like the shoe. What's been selling me on the shoe is like I've seen some videos, like some HD quality videos. It's like, oh, these actually look decent. And one thing, because I am happy to say that I do own a Union Air Jordan 1, the Storm Blue pair.
Yes.
Some will call it the one, but even though I like the black toe a little bit better, but the blue one is a little bit more like, I guess you can say, quote unquote, unique in a way.
Yeah.
But what I would say about Union Air Jordan 1s is that the quality on them is like pretty like amazing. It's to a point where it's like a luxury shoe.
No,
that I
like
feel
when they came out with the black toe Unions and the Storm Blues, that made
That broke internet.
Like the internet go crazy, the resale game go crazy. It's like wow, like
Exactly.
the Storm Blues and the black toes that they put together those shoes good. I mean Union in general, they do great quality and the packaging,
Clothing as well.
the clothing as well. So I mean I have nothing against them. I like them a lot.
And what a lot of people, I don't know if you guys didn't know either, is that like that actual logo of the guy like jumping in the air, like that's actually Sidney Poitier. A lot of people didn't really know that.
I didn't know that neither. You just taught me something new, but
Hey man, but yeah, like I if I'm able to buy this shoe for retail, I'll cop it. The women's pair, obviously, that's like
yeah, it's like blood.
I don't have to see that shoe ever again. But getting into like some sneaker news now, like reports came out this week that apparently that Foot Locker put out a statement. They're actually not selling Yeezys anymore. I don't know. I've
seen that. Yeah.
So pretty much like everyone knows that like Adidas and Kanye, they kind of made amends and like try to think of like a system where it's like, all right, we're gonna release these shoes, give some to charity, and obviously, and I'm pretty sure you've seen it as well because you're heavily going into like sneaker stores and everything.
Yeah.
A lot of these like Foot Locker's champs, they've been kind of dry in the Adidas section as well.
Yeah, it's very empty. Like you barely see any Adidas at all. Like
Exactly.
Anywhere you go, like Adidas is not really doing anything without Kanye. There's no other way around it. I mean,
I hate to say it, yeah.
To be honest, Beyonce is not doing nothing. Bad Bunny had a chance, but I mean, no one else really that you can think of had a big effect on Adidas like Kanye. So
yeah, as I think I walked into like a Champs like a couple weeks ago, and I'm like, damn, if this was 2016, 2017, I'll be foaming at the mouth. I'm seeing all these NMDs, Ultra Boosts just chilling on the shelf.
Yeah, back in the days, like even with the what was it, the Human Races when they came out with those had a run.
Adidas was killing it for a little bit.
I mean, wow, but you know, of course, then Kanye came and took the game over, and
I think it's really because
I feel like Adidas would never be nothing without Kanye.
Yeah, at least right now, because like obviously Nike had like they had like literally a comeback season when they had literally Virgil and Travis Scott just going left and right, just dropping a bunch of heat. But yeah, but as far as like Foot Locker announcing that they're not selling Yeezys no more, I think everyone was like, who cares? Because it's like, I never bought a Yeezy from Foot Locker. It was always impossible to buy a Yeezy from Foot Locker. It's
I mean, I like it how
obviously
it was
for
back
you, because we will get into it, because you got your ways. Like every time, like I'm like, yeah, I didn't get the shoe, and then Roadrunner comes over here saying, oh man, I got your size, bro. Just let me know.
For real, man. I mean, back in the days, it was pretty much easier.
For who?
When it comes to, they had like a 3-step process. You go inside the store, you check in inside the store, you get the code, and, you have to be on the Bluetooth in order to get the 3. Well, now it's head starts, but before it was just those 3 checkpoints. In order to be at the top of the list to be able to secure the shoe. But, now it's different. Now it went from 4 head starts to 6.
I ain't gonna lie to you, bro. Well, everything you just said, that you're just breaking down the Foot Locker system, I heard bullshit, and more bullshit.
I mean, that's about the size
bro,
of it.
One topic I really wanted to have, like speaking about like raffles in the Foot Locker and stuff, like how do you feel about like raffles like today and just in like sneaker stores today?
I mean, I'm gonna be honest, it's to the point where, I mean, I would say go back to first come, first serve, because it's like raffles isn't doing anything but creating chaos, because if you see one person win majority of the time and then you feel like the raffle is fishy, or if you see the same people winning, then it's an issue. But also, if you do first come, first serve, then that's chaos too. So it's like, I don't know.
The thing is that pisses me off with like the raffle system today in Foot Locker, where it's like, even when I was working at Foot Action, I still even said that like this makes no sense, because as far as like how big the sneaker game has come, and pretty much everybody and their mom is a reseller. Yeah. Like, I understood it at first, their intention was like, all right, with the raffles, we're only going to give it to the people who consistently buy sneakers. Technically, they sell it like for the love of the game, people who really just love sneakers. Because they're pretty much saying, which is kind of true in a way, is like if someone generally loves shoes and they kind of buy almost every Jordan that comes out, they should have a better chance on getting a shoe that they want, since they're already like pretty much they're showing their passion and like spending a lot of money on sneakers pretty much.
For sure,
But my issue now with that is that everybody and their mama is a reseller. How can you pinpoint what's passion and what's business?
I mean, nowadays, the way some of these stores look at it, as long as you're buying, they're going to sell it to you.
Bullshit. Getting into one of my favorite segments of the show, this is when I have like the guests bring in a couple of sneakers that's either like it's heat, it just means something to them, or just they just brought certain shoes to like basically start a conversation. So please tell me, what shoes did you bring in today? What gems you bring in? Because there's definitely some boxes I don't see often.
I'm going to start with this first one here.
Wow.
Start with the black toes.
That's a good one.
If you want to. The black toe ones, man. I mean, that shoe has always been like a grail. Like, even when the lows came out, I got the lows too. But
that man put the tape on the insole.
You remember that, like back in the day, like you know, like even when you wanna sell the shoe, like if you feel like just thinking about it, just in case, you put the tape over it, just in case the
sorry
the
to call you
logo
out.
is still there. No, it's straight. But yeah, man, the black toes, man.
These are clean, especially for releasing 2016.
These, man, this is a great shoe right here. I love this shoe, man. It's pretty dope.
Yeah, and the quality, bro.
You don't really
butter
see,
on this shoe.
Yeah, you don't really see too many clean pairs around anyway. So
that's a fact.
Next shoe. I mean, like I said, I know a lot of people would have came up here with the unions and all this other stuff, but you got to take it back. What started the game? South Beach.
Of course.
I just wanted to be different. You know, I could have brought all the off-white and all that, but this shoe right here, I remember in
sneaker our own
2012 started the chaos. This shoe, the foam posits, the whole Galaxy pack. Before that, you know, when LeBron came to Miami, it's crazy.
Bro, like what I love about like this shoe is that it just reminds me like where Nike basketball was and how much influence basketball players had on fashion.
And I pray that it goes back. It's getting there. I see how they're slowly trying to bring foam posits and stuff like that back. But
now, if you don't mind me asking, how much did you pay for these?
Retail.
Real okay.
Retail.
Now, did you hit on sneakers? Did you go to
I went to Unknown. in
Miami.
Yeah, I actually got a double up pair too. So
don't tell me you camped out for the shoe.
I mean, I had nothing to do. I knew it was pairs. That's why. I had nothing to do though, and they had a lot of pairs, and LeBron and all of that was out there too. So
really,
yeah, we didn't see him, but he was out there.
He was in the area, pretty much.
Yeah,
but, I did see the resurgence for what they did try to do with this sneaker, but I guess and keep in mind, this is one of my favorite sneakers of all time. I've owned the OG pair before when I was younger.
I had the OG too, but it's better with a fresh pair. I mean,
and the quality is pretty much the same.
Yeah.
And I remember living in South Florida because I grew up in Broward before I moved to Palm Beach, and just being literally a hop skip away from Miami. This sneaker really did mean something down here, and I remember just seeing people wear this shoe, and I'm like, damn, that shoe is this is the first Heat sneaker shoe I considered Heat growing up.
That shoe, like I said, that shoe, the Galaxy foams, when you talk about shoes like that, you speak on those other shoes that created the sneakers, the sneaker world, all this fashion is. I mean, I'm not saying basketball sneakers are fashionable, but I mean, that's what started it to me.
Yeah,
So,
like if people for the youngins that's watching this is like, why are they hyping about a LeBron? I paid $500 for this shoe in
people
like
don't
2012.
understand.
There was a time.
Some people pay 800,
Yeah,
1,000.
exactly.
Like
There was
even
a
when
time.
they came out with the preheat 9s. People paid up for them
For sure. Cause that was like one of those like what's that store called? House of Hoops. When House of Hoops mattered.
House of Hoops. That's when they had like a lot of good sneakers coming out of there. I mean, they still do now, but it's a little more dry. So
Exactly.
and then last but not least, man,
What's in this box? It's kind of throwing me in a loop.
people sleeping on these, man. But
Really?
yeah.
I forgot the not
Trophy
to hate.
rooms.
The trophy rooms.
Trophy
Okay.
room 7s, man.
Actually, I haven't seen these in person.
The quality is crazy. I'm not even gonna lie to you.
I ain't gonna lie, this is a luxury.
It's like a
feeling
shoe that you
sneaker.
could look at it and be like, wow, like those are amazing, man.
Damn, this is bro. This released back in like 2011.
Oh, yeah.
These
when,
are
when
like
7s were hot. Yeah, when 7s like were hot with the Bordeaux, the hairs.
the Ben 7s. Like I feel like this is like a combo of like Ben 7 and the Myro 7s.
I would say it's more of a combo of like you kind of getting Carmine / Olympic vibes.
That is true. That is true. Got a little Cardinal-esque
Yeah.
in there as well. Yeah, these are nice. Even though like I'm not a fan of the trophy room store in general, but that's
Oh,
just me.
well, yeah. Yeah, usually that when someone, not saying you, but when someone can't hit, they're going to say that. But I mean, he does. I mean, I don't want to say anything bad about him, but a lot of people with the extravaganza, with the backdooring and all that. But
Yeah. But damn, these are like these are so nice. I actually like these are dope. And were they hard to get?
no, I got them for retail.
Okay. If you don't mind me asking, what was the last shoe you paid resale for?
I told myself I haven't paid resale for a shoe since last year, September. Like I told
Damn.
myself I was done with resale. Like it's like no point. You can pay resale for this shoe, but I would rather get like 2 or 3 shoes for that price that I'm gonna pay. Or I mean, I just been chilling.
A conversation I wanted to have with you is because the first time I think we met, I think I was was I working in Foot Action?
Yeah, you were working.
I was working when we
I
met.
walked in there. I forgot what shoe it was, but probably I don't remember. I definitely don't remember the shoe. I mean, I would guess it was the Pippin up tempos, but nah.
Possibly. But the reason why me and you started talking is because like you brought up the fact that like, hey, like I get a lot of shoes, like I really be getting all these releases. Let me know if you need a shoe. And I'm like, all right, how you be getting these shoes? Because like I'm working at a sneaker store. It's like, what can you really do for me if I work in the shoe store?
Yeah, if you work in the sneaker store.
But you said a word that literally rung my ear. He says, I pre-order shoes for people. So I wanna ask you now, is like, so what are the different ways to pre-order, and do you still pre-order now, or like how do you view the term pre-ordering sneakers?
The way I determine it is if someone is looking forward to a shoe or they want a shoe that's coming out or something like that, and they know that they can't get their hands on it or they just don't want to go through the hassle, usually I would just say, give me like a deposit or something like that. Or
Okay.
So, and then the deposit usually is non-refundable. I mean, because I'm out here doing all this work and stuff
You're
like that.
doing the legwork.
Yeah,
much.
exactly. And then, you got some people out there that want to be a pain in the what. Mm-hmm. And, oh, no, I need a deposit back. Da, da, da. I mean, clearly said it's non-refundable, but that's basically what I'm trying to say is like when you pre-order and you just lock in like a price or so ahead of time.
So, because I know a couple people who hit me with like, hey, I do pre-orders. If you want this, just let me know. And it's like, all right, but where do you get the shoes from? Because this is just questions that like as a sneakerhead is like, because when people tell me like, oh, I do pre-order shoes, in my head I'm like, where do you get them from? Because there's been a lot of like conflict as far as like with pre-ordering sneakers, like, and I have to ask you because I'm just a sneakerhead, because I'm pretty sure you pre-ordered a lot of sneakers. Have you ever got hit with a fake shoe?
I mean,
that you
it's
knew
fakes
of?
out there. Yeah,
Of.
that happens. I mean, that you definitely you're gonna encounter a fake here and there. That's possible. It's gonna happen. Even if you go to a resale stores get hit with fakes.
Yeah.
I mean, you just have to know your shoes and know what you're looking for in a shoe, especially if you're mine. So.
Do you still pre-order?
Nah, not like that. But I mean, like I said, it's still easy to, if I want to do it, I can do it because it's still easy to touch any shoe possible.
I hear you, because like there's a lot of YouTubers who like say who get caught with a fake here and there, but it's like as far as that's why it's like the pre-ordering thing kind of like it's a little, not saying it's weird to me, it's just kind of complex, is because hey, I always ask the person, do you go to pick up the pairs yourself? Do you get it from somebody else? Because it's like it gets a little like confusing sometimes. Like, all right, I'm giving you the money, I know I'm getting a pair, but where are you getting the pair from? Am I
for sure?
And sometimes I even tell people, am I getting the receipt with my shoe? That's another thing too.
Yeah.
Because I see you post a brand new sneaker every week. Because like there's some people ask me like, "Yeah, are you a sneakerhead?" Like, yeah, I would say I'm a sneakerhead, but like in reality, I don't think I'm really in this. I love sneakers, but I don't think I'm as love in sneakers. I don't think I love sneakers as much as some other people do. Keep in mind, even though I'm saying that on a sneaker show, I have. But there's some people that like say if like they're in Discords, they still do campouts. They know like everybody who works in a sneaker store. Like, how do you stay up to date with sneakers?
I mean, I'm in Discords as well. I be on looking at the sneaker news and stuff like that. You have handles like Twitter, Instagram, stuff like that. I mean, you can go around and pretty much ask and know what shoes are about to drop and stuff like that. But I would say pretty much Discords and stuff like that.
Okay. So as far as like the reason why I have issue with a Discord, because like, does it actually help you?
To a certain extent, I would say it helps. Like if you're someone that's just like bland and like really trying to figure out like what is this, when it's coming out, how it's coming out, who's gonna have them. Whereas a person like me, whereas like I actually try to do everything possible to get that shoe. Like if I know that it's coming out, I'm gonna do anything I can to get it for retail. So
okay,
I look up all my sources, look up at different news, different places, and just
yeah. Because like with me is like as far as like being up to date with sneakers, it's like yeah, I follow sneaker news, I follow the Daily Souls, like I follow like the Drops by Jays here and there.
Sneakerheads.
The thing is with these sneakerheads, he's kind of more of like, hey, something's coming, but it's not like actual release date.
Yeah.
Like I'm very glad to say that I finally have the drop on Eric Emanuel. I know how to buy Eric Emanuel shorts because at first I'm like, yo, what time does it drop? It's like it's even like me. I've been into fashion for so long. I still don't know how to cop stuff on Bape.
I mean, I can't even chime in on that neither.
Because there's so much different
Bape
lanes.
is pretty tough, like to even get through. Like it used to be. It's like I would say, it's how Supreme was. Like Supreme, I feel like Supreme is dead now. But
and I was actually one of those guys. I was like, hey, I was those dudes copping like a photo, the photo tee.
Yeah, like
but I never did a bot. Like I was actually copped in manual. And even true, that's even a good combo. Like, how was your view on bots? Do bots still work today? Are they dying out?
I would say bots definitely still work.
Really? Okay.
I mean, if you have the right bot, you're gonna do numbers regardless. Even if it's a raffle bot.
There's different bots out here?
Yeah, it's different bots. Yeah,
I didn't even see.
You have raffle bots that, let's say for example, if I'm on year, right?
Yeah.
If I'm on your shoe is dropping and it's a raffle, you have that raffle bot that will put Tom, Jason, Harry, all of those names times 100 just to win. And then once you win, I mean, it's up to you if you want to fulfill all of those names orders, but
all right, so I don't want you to leak the plug, but is there like a certain company or you don't have to say the person's name, but is there like you buy the bot off people? Do you buy it off like a software that you got to build like a PC? Like what is it? You don't have to spill how you do your bot. I'm not saying you don't have to. Like, I don't want to be like I'm Vlad or anything, but it's like, but like, what are like the ways to actually get a bot?
I mean, you would definitely have to invest in like. I would say number one, make sure you have the right servers, make sure you have the right proxies, and definitely I would say you definitely need a great PC because you don't want to, you do not want to run a bot on a slow computer at all.
Okay.
So
I just like because if I get a bot, I don't want my computer to end up like downloading LimeWire back in the day.
Yeah, I remember that. Like you got LimeWire coming across your screen. Like what?
It's like your account is dead at that point. It's like obviously you're a father.
Yeah.
You do have a child, and I just wanted to ask you and like because like if you don't mind asking, what grade is your child in?
My daughter is in the second grade.
Second grade. So I really want to ask you now because it is back to school season. What is it like buying sneakers for your kid today?
I mean, man, the minute I closed my eyes, man, she went from a 12C to a damn 3Y.
Really?
Yeah, so it's like, and then after a 3Y, what comes after that is 4. That's basically grade school.
That's true.
So you're going to be paying like 150 to 160 per pair now, whereas you can just pay only, top preschool is like $80-$90. I mean, that's reasonable, but you know they're gonna go in there, spill a Lunchable, spill a juice all over the shoe and stuff like that, mess them up. You're gonna be a little upset, but it's all about the fit, the pick, and all of that. But
especially like because when I used to work in the sneaker store, like I'd be seeing these kids. I'm like, I remember selling phone posits to like these parents, and like I just got to remind them, not trying to like question how much money they got, but I'm like, I just want to let you remind you this shoe is $180.
Yes, for a grade school pair.
For a grade school phone posit. And no one ever got offended, but it's like, I always have to say because like $180 is like a kind of like a menswear price.
Yeah, for sure.
And like I remember there was like some foam posit that was kind of like anthracite, like a glittery foam posit that was like a grade school exclusive. And back to school, they sold like hotcakes because you know when the last minute shoppers is like all these sneakers that sold out.
I mean, I witnessed that too. I saw that like the last day before school. I was just
really?
Man, people was running around the malls and stuff like crazy, like just looking for anything just to put on their kids' feet.
Exactly, something that's clean, like
something. That's something that's clean. But you know, usually I'm gonna just say typical black people, looking for deals and stuff like that. So I mean, you can't go wrong with that. But
like, do you buy like a white pair and a black pair, or
for sure, that's the first thing I do.
How many sneakers do you usually get? You usually get your daughter?
6.
6 pairs of shoes.
6 pairs of shoes.
Is that just a sneakerhead in you, or it's just like
I would? Well,
because some people go one shoe for the semester.
Nah, man. I think ahead too. So like she's grown into a 3Y now. Like I said, so
you do buy a size up.
I always buy a size up. So hey, if they labo a little bit, then that's just what it's gonna be. But I mean, she grows pretty quick. So I mean,
I always gotta ask, if you're comfortable answering the question, what is the ballpark of the amount of money you spend on back to school shopping, as far as like clothing, sneakers, and even books and stuff? What is probably the grand total or ballpark? Is it hit the 4 figures or it stays at 3?
Nah, it goes in 4 figures.
It goes in 4 figures.
I mean, from school supplies to school clothes, and it's just one we're talking about. One kid.
One kid.
I can only imagine people with 3, 4, and 5 kids. I mean, back in the days, man, you know, some kids had it, you know, rough. Like they was luckily even get like the 2 for $89.99 Reeboks and stuff like that. But I mean, I'm just, you know, happy and blessed that I could be in a position where I can, you know, because I grew up without a father, so I know how it is, and I just want to see her, you know, just the look on her face, putting on her new shoes and stuff like that. But it's not cheap. I can tell you that.
That's dope. But like, what do you think is the best back to school shoe?
Right now, for a kid, I would say that's a good question.
I'll say for me is like when I was in high school, like because it's weird
For
like,
us or for a kid?
well, for a kid, but like, as far as like maybe like when I have kids, I think a shoe I'd recommend my kid that like some really good shoes is like Vans. I was saying like high school, I was a Van bandit. Like I was like
you definitely can't go wrong
bro,
with a pair of Vans.
And even if like you into fashion or not into fashion, like I usually get like the all black, the skate high, the black and the mostly black with the white kind of swoosh, or I get the all white low.
Can't go wrong with that. I was gonna say
my take.
Air Max 90s, like all white or all black. Usually they have those for the kids. I
You got to go a couple weeks before though. You can't get that in the last week before school.
You can't do that. Yeah, I wasn't gonna say like the all white or all black Air Force. That I definitely don't do that. That's a little boyish, and then
because the girls be doing it, but it's like, come on, like after the first week, that shit was cooked.
But yeah, that's what I would say. The Air Max 90s or any type of little cute little Air Maxes.
That's a good take.
Or Prestos. Baby Prestos. Yeah, so.
All right, shoot, man. But I do appreciate you coming on the show, man. I did love this episode. Time goes by fast as heck, man. Where can the people find you if you want the people to find you?
I mean, if y'all want to find me, you can find me on Instagram. Mm-hmm. I mean, that's the only carrier I pretty much use right now. Road_RUNNA 100. Runna, your boy.
All right, shoot, man.
Appreciate you for having me, man.
Of course, man. Of course, because like it's kind of hard to have a sneaker conversation in Palm Beach and not have a convo with you.
Oh man, I've been waiting on this moment.
Of course, man. And if you guys want to find me, obviously you can find me right here in Sneaker Convo. You can find me on my other podcast as well with the homie Cheech. These are the Aesthetics podcast as well. Find me on Instagram, the TikTok. You see my face before. But and of course, man, this has been another episode of Sneaker Convo, and I'll see you guys next time. Peace.